Until recently we were able to hug grandparents and parents without fear, children attended schools in groups and were able to go to the parks, masks and disinfectants were not essential items and spring was a time to enjoy the outdoors, sunbathe and go on vacation. Now that many of the world's inhabitants are quarantined due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, a question hovers in this confinement: what will life be like after the coronavirus? What will the world look like when the doors open? Gideon Litchfield, editor-in-chief of the MIT Technology Review, has a disturbing answer. We all want to get back to normal as soon as possible. But it seems that most of us are still not aware that nothing will return to normal after a few weeks, or even a few months. Some things will never be the same as before. The publication's editor assures that as long as there is only one person in the world with the virus, the outbreaks will continue to occur uncontrollably, and he cites a mathematical model from Imperial College London that concludes that social distancing and the closing of schools are measures that should be taken periodically, as much as 1 in 3 months, that is, 4 months a year. This, until a vaccine is achieved, something that may occur in 2021 or until 2022. The researchers point out that not even applying greater resources to the medical field, in hospitals, emergency rooms, respirators and medical personnel, would be enough to face an emergency scenario without social withdrawal. They also anticipate that as soon as the restrictive measures are lifted, the pandemic will flare up again. This is not a temporary alteration. It is the beginning of a completely different way of life, says Litchfield. In the first instance, this emergency will change the way in which businesses dedicated to the public, such as theaters, hotels, cinemas, restaurants, museums, shopping malls, gyms, etc., will perform, but also the way we socialize with our close ones. He explains that governments and companies will establish technological mechanisms to trace the sick and their contacts in different parts of the planet. Intrusive surveillance will be considered a small price to pay for the basic freedom of being with other people, says the journalist, adding that sooner or later we will get used to this new reality. Finally he notes, the world has changed many times, and now it is doing it again. We will all have to adapt to a new way of living, working and relating.